Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome to FX Beethoven Forex Argo Decoded. My name is JD. Today I want to talk about economic event. This economic event called non-farm employment change or non-farm payroll or NFP, as most of us say NFP. And I'm gonna show you guys what you can do when this kind of data is going to be released, and the behavior you will see when it's released, guys. So you follow carefully, and I'll show you guys what to do and what not to do when it comes to trading news, guys. So what is NFP? For those who don't understand, let me give you a short definition about NFP. So NFP, or non-farm payroll or non-farm employment change, is an economic data released by US Bureau of Labor Statistics. Number one, NFP is released every first Friday of a new month and affects the capital market. When it's the capital market, you have to understand the stock market, Forex, and whatever. So you have to understand, because this market is like a chain, guys. It's like a chain. Okay? So it is released every first Friday of a new month. You understand? NFP shows a number of paid workers, excluding. When I say excluding, I mean without including. So it shows a number of paid workers, excluding government employees, private household employees, non-for-profit organizations that offer assisted service to individuals, and farm employees. So the data released doesn't include any employee who falls under this kind of category, this category. So NFP shows a report of jobs added or taken within a previous month. So you have to understand. So whenever you see data, they are showing you the changes that took place in a previous month. So you have to understand. The Fed also relies on this data to take decision. So when I say Fed, you have to understand the Federal Reserve, the central bank of the United States. So NFP is an indicator of how US economy is doing. So we expect the NFP data to affect US dollar, thus affecting other currencies. Hope this is clear, and I hope everyone understand what NFP means, or what this data brings on the table. So you understand. So this data is usually released with another data called average hourly earning. So if you're going to trade the NFP, make sure you don't look at NFP alone. Hope you understand, because it will affect the way price will move. So you have to understand, if NFP is positive, that is good for what? That is good for US dollar. That's good for US dollar. So if US dollar is strong, other pairs, cross currencies are likely to be weak. So you understand, that's how we develop a move. So for example, if you have Euro USD, let's say you have Euro USD in your chart, and then NFP is very positive, that means US dollar is gonna be very strong. US dollar is gonna be very strong on this area. It's gonna be very strong, and then Euro USD is gonna be weak. And you remember, your chart will always follow what? Your chart always follow your base currency. So in this pair, the base currency is what? The base currency is euro. The base currency in this pair is euro. So if the chart is gonna follow the base currency, and the base currency is very weak, that means we are going to see a downtrend. Why? Because euro is losing value in front of the dollar. So that means dollar is making an uptrend behind the scene. So you understand? So you have to understand, as long as NFP is positive, we're going to see a bullish move on US dollar, and then other pairs, cross pairs. As long as it's a basic currency, you're going to see a downtrend. So if you are trading USD card, because USD is a basic currency, you're going to see an uptrend. Because USD is a basic currency, the chart will follow a basic currency, and a basic currency is very strong. NFP is very positive, so USD is gonna go higher, and then the card is gonna go down. Hope you understand. So on the other side, you can do that, vice versa. You understand what I mean? So here, average hourly earning rate. What is it? Average hourly earning rate. Right here, let me show you average hourly earning. So this data is also very crucial when you're going to trade NFP, and I'll be showing you examples. So this data shows you what? This data shows you average hourly earning is a good measurement of how much businesses in the US spend on their employees when they are hiring employees. So higher percentage, when a report shows you higher percentage, that means businesses in the US are paying high amount of money to keep employees at work. So you understand, they are paying too much money in order to keep employees at work. Meaning recruitment in the US is difficult on the side of business, as it's not easy to find employees. So you understand? The report shows you how much money businesses in the US are paying to employees that are hired. So if they are paying too much money, that means the labor market is very difficult, because there are not enough employees. So the high wage, the payment they give to employees allows employees to buy more products and the services that become expensive. That become expensive due to business raising price to afford the cost of employing people. So this is much like a cycle. So we have business here. In order to hire employee, they pay too much money to hire these employees right here. Then in order for these businesses to afford the high cost of hiring employees, they are going to what? They are going to raise the prices. They be offering high expensive services, not to get money to pay what? Not to get money to pay what? Pay these employees. It's like a cycle. It's like a chain. You have to understand. So when we're going to trade NFP, let me show you what you have to do. What you have to do is this. Make sure you see average hour earning, average hour earning data, then NFP, or non-farm employment change, or non-farm payroll, data. Make sure you look at this. information in front of you. So here, let's say NFP, when the NFP is going to create a move during this time, there are two kind of moves that you have to expect. NFP is likely to create what? To create a move like this, going down and going higher, or simply going higher. This is for a bullish move. Continue to go higher. The first drops, then it goes higher, or it continues to go higher immediately without creating a opposite movement. So understand, this is for the bullish. For bearish, it's likely to first of all go higher. You will be seeing a spike going higher, and the people will be buying. When you're buying, boom, you see the chart is immediately reversing and then going down. Or it may create a single move. Let's say price is starting from here. It may create what? A single move without going higher, and then drops down. So why is this happening every day? Every day data is released. So here you have what? You have average hour inning as a data, as a crucial data that be raised with NFP data. So here, if this average hour inning is negative, this will do what? This will affect US dollar. This will affect what? This will affect US dollar. So you have to see it in forexfactor.com, a good website to use when viewing data. So for example, it is released on, let me check, for example, let me check, like on February, on Friday, February, the 1st of February. So you can see average hour innings, it was 0.7%, as you can see. If you click here, they will tell you a change in price business pay for labor excluding the farming industry. This one, and see, actual greater than forecast is good for currency. Actual means a current info raised. If it is greater than the forecast, it's good for currency. It's good for the dollar. So you understand, it's good for the dollar. So the forecast here, average hour innings, this one, the forecast is here 0.7%. I mean actual data is 0.7%. So the forecast was 0.5. So the actual data is greater than the forecast, meaning it's a good for currency, meaning US dollar is gonna be very, very strong. So if this happens, you have to think how US dollar is gonna be bullish first. The first move when you're going to trade NFP is created by average hour inning data. The first move you see is created by this kind of data. So if it is negative, you have to understand that you will start with a bearish move. You will start with what? You will start with a bearish move. So if it is negative, first of all, expect what? Expect a drop first. So if it is positive, you expect what? A push first, a push to the outside. If it is positive, you expect what? A push first. This time you have no idea whether NFP is going to drive price higher or down. For example, let's assume. So here you expect what? first of all you expect a first move to be from average hour earning, and it will be a push to the upside because it is positive. It is good for currency. It is good for currency. I'm talking about US dollar. I'm not talking about the pair. I'm talking about US dollar. Guys, you have to understand. I'm talking about US dollar. So now, once NFP becomes, the next movement will be created by what? Will be created with NFP data. If NFP data is negative, you have to understand that US dollar will become weak and it will be creating a bearish move. If NFP is positive, you have to understand that US dollar will be strong and it will be hawkish. It will be creating an uptrend. Hope you understand. So let's say you have a point of interest here. You have a point of interest here, and then you see your chart. For example, let's see, for example, you have a chart that looks like this. Price is here. As price is trading on this level, it's 8:30 New York time. 8:30 New York time when data is released. 8:30 New York time. So here now, average hour earning. Average hour earning becomes negative. Becomes what? Becomes negative. So let's say this pair is gold, for example, XAUUSD. This is gold. This is gold, for example. So if for example gold, if the dollar is weak, becomes negative. You understand that the why? You understand the gold is gonna be very strong. When news is gonna be released before news is released, you may see a pullback here, and then you see a push going higher, a very quick push. Why? Because USD is very weak, and then gold is very strong. So if USD is very weak, gold is very strong, we're gonna see a bullish move, because the chart always follows the base currency. You understand? So you see a big push to the upside here. So for example, if average hour earning becomes negative, positive. If it becomes positive, that means US dollar it becomes very strong at that time. At that time, it doesn't last longer, guys. At that time, it becomes very strong. It becomes what? Very strong. And then this means gold is gonna be what? Gold is gonna be weak. So if gold is gonna be weak, the chart will follow what? The chart will follow base currency, which is gold. And then you will see what? You may see a big drop here, for example, in this area. Say price goes higher. If you have a POI, or if for example this is your POI, market is ready to touch in that level, first of all it trades down here. Let's say after this news is released, this average earning becomes, for example, here becomes a strong positive. Is positive, and then NFP is released. NFP is released, and then it is negative. NFP becomes negative. This means US dollar becomes weak at that time. Here it was very strong because it was positive. then we want to see price dropping. But this time NFP is negative, then you do what? US dollar becomes weak, then gold becomes strong, and then you see what? You will see a big push to the outside, like 200 pips, like in one candle, or 150 pips in one candle on gold, for example. As you can see, the first move, if it is positive, it will push down, and then if it is negative, if NFP is negative, then it will push higher. This doesn't last longer, guys. You have to understand, it's quick money that you can get. And again, before you trade news, make sure you are from your structure. If the news is against your structure, don't do it. Stay away from that trade and come back later after news. So you have to understand. I will go to the chart and I will show you. Stay away from that news and then do what? And come back later. For example, all of this news may be positive. For example, NFP may be positive. If it becomes positive, that means US dollar is going to be very strong, gold is going to be very weak. While on my side, I have what? I have a good structure like this. I have liquidity, everything. I have bullish move, so I'm not going to sell. I have to wait, because it may create a short move here. All of these news may create a short move here, dropping, and then the chart do what? Resume the trend, and then continues to go higher. So you have to understand, every time you're going to trade in news, make sure you have what? You have your structure in mind. Don't go against your structure because of the news. If you see the news against your structure, don't take that trade. Avoid that. So you have to understand that if these two data are against each other, they say one is positive, another one is negative. Expect what? Expect a kind of this move. For example, one pushes down, another pushes higher, or one pushes higher, another one pushes down, as long as they are negative. And again, remember, everything is about US dollar. So if you understand US dollar and you understand what's going on, and you know basic currency and quote currency in the pairs, you will immediately see the kind of move you are going to expect. That's it. So let me go to the chart, for example, and then I show you a simple example that you can follow. Let's go to for example, I have found a good example to show you guys what I want to show you, and then you go and backtest yourself. Let's go to the first the first Friday of August 20, maybe 2023. There is a good example that I want to show you guys. The first Friday of August, which is here, the 5th of August, 2023. You go first, 23 August towards the 4th of August 2023, and then apply here. So here you can see you have average hourly earnings. The report, it turns out to be what? It turns out to be bullish. It is positive, which is good for US dollar. So once you see this, depending on the pair, if you are trading, for example, GBP USD, because US dollar is very strong, you are trading the GBP USD, you have to understand that the first move, what is it? It's my data. You are trading GBP USD. trading GBP USD, and then the first move is gonna be what? It's gonna show you that US dollar is very strong because it is positive, meaning the chart will go down, GBP will be weak. So the first move is gonna be what? It's gonna be bearish because the news is positive. News is positive on USD. The basic currency is gonna go down fast. This is for GBP USD. For USD, let's say USD CHF, the first move will go up. So guys, the first move will go up on USD CHF. On USD CHF, the first, where is my stuff? They are disappearing. The first move will be what? The first move will be let's say USD card, for example. The first move will be bullish on dollar, and then weak on the card down, meaning the first on USD card, the first push will go higher. Because of what? Because of average hourly earnings. Then non-farm employment change comes in. They come together. It's negative. Since it's negative, meaning USD becomes weak, meaning you will see what? After this move, which is positive on the average hourly earning, then NFP becomes what? Becomes positive. Then you're gonna see what? A push, because GBP USD is gonna becomes weak. It's like a switching. Then GBP becomes strong. Then the chart will follow basic currency. Then you see a push to the outside. Well, on this side you will see what? A push to the downside. As you can see, fast. It happens like in 1 minute, like this. Boom, and it goes higher. So you understand. So let's go there and I show you. So we are on gold. Let's head to using this backtest software. We can head to 2023 on July. I mean on August, on the 4th of August. It was on Friday, the first Friday of each month. That's when data is released. Then we click there. We are there now. We are there. We have seen the news. Let's see how it was behaving here on what? On 80:30 New York time. So let's simulate the chart very fast. We are where? On the 4th of what? The 4th of July, the 4th of August. As you can see here, this was 8:30 on Friday here, this area. 8:30 on Friday. As you can see, when the news was released, right here, when the news is released, let's use like 5 minutes. When the news is released, when the news is released, you can see the first move goes down. This week you see a push down, then a quick push up. Why? Because the first push is created by what? Is created by average hourly earning. Because average hourly earning is what? Is positive. Since it is positive, if you look at this pair XU USD, USD is the quarter currency. So if the quote currency is very strong, then the base currency must fall down. That's why we see a strong push to downside. Then NFP becomes negative, negating what? US dollar, making the US dollar very weak. And then we see a strong push to the upside. You see a strong push to the upside. As you can see, market start pushing higher. You see a strong push to the upside. So this is how market will tend to move during this kind of news. A first push is created by a hourly average inning, then NFP follows. So you have to understand. Then let's see for example the same on the same area on Euro USD 2023 August, the 4th of August, and then let's see on a 5 minute. The 5 minute, I'm not seeing where I'm not seeing the color of hours, the date. Let me use black. Okay. Then price moving. Let's get to 8:30 New York time. Right there, as you can see, you have your point of interest on this level, this manipulation level. As you can see, price goes down to grab liquidity, immediately goes higher. This first move is going down because euro is strong on the side of average hourly inning, and then the market reverses quickly after NFP is released. Hope you can see that, guys. Then let me give you one more example. For example, then you will go and backtest yourself. Remember, make sure everything is matching your structure. Don't go against your structure because of the news. Don't do it. Hope you understand me. Because the market can create a short move, and then even if news shows you that it's gonna go down, it may create a short move and maintain the structure, and then it continues to go down, to go up, for example. So let's say to February, for example. I've chosen beautiful setups that you can try on and try to see how it forms. Then let's go to 2024 on February, the 2nd of February. And then I'll show you more example. We are there now. Let's see the news on the Forex factor. I see the kind of news we had there. 2024 February. 2024 February. 24th February. Right there. It was the 2nd of February, the first Friday. Then apply the settings. So here now you can see average hourly earnings was positive, and the non-uniform employment change was also positive. This means USD is strong on both sides. So once you see that, you can expect that even if you can see a small retracement, it can be a retracement for a POI, but overall we are pushing higher. It is nothing like a zigzag. No, we are really pushing higher in the same direction. I mean, if you have what, if USD is the basic currency, if USD is not the basic currency, we are pushing down in the same direction. You have to understand the difference between basic currency and equity currency and how price follows basic currency. Hope you understand. So here, if we check here on 850 and New York time, you can see time is down here. Time I'm referring to is down here. This is a free backtesting software. You have zero excuse. You do not have to pay for trading view and whatever. I taught you how to use it. So you come here, 850, as you can see, 850. So look down there, 850. This candle, this one. News was raised on this candle, but when the market was already going down. As you can see, you didn't see any pullback. This candle is when news raised this candle. You see, it fell immediately without going higher, because all the news are what? Are positive on the side of what? On the side of USD, meaning USD is very strong. So gold must fall down because USD is very strong. It's positive on both sides, our average hourly earning and NFP. So we'll have to see a big drop to the downside, as you can see. See a big drop. Hope you can see that. And another thing you have to remember, every time you see a drop, that creates what? That creates a liquidity void in the market. You will see most of the time market trying to come back to fill this zone of news. So once the news is over and you see reversal, you can start buying to come back to fill this area. So you have to backtest this and you will see it yourself. It's a full backtesting, you realize this. The same on Euro USD. Let's go to the same date, 2024 Feb the 2nd. Let's see the same. You can backtest the pairs you like, guys. Let's see what was going on only 830. 830. 830. Let's see. This is not about the POI. It's about showing you how to read the market. Look at the data. Wow. You see, there is no pullback here. There is no pullback. There is no way price is gonna go higher. No, because all the news are positive. But if average hour earning was negative, you would see Euro USD first of all going higher, because if it is negative, USD will be very weak, Euro will be very strong. We will see a first push to the outside because Euro is very strong, and then when NFP shows that USD is very strong, then Euro will be weak, then we will see a drop. By this time we have negative, positive news on USD, so we have a single fall. There is no pullback that is going to be formed around here. For example, on this POI, market is here, news is raised, or they are positive, then a drop forms, as you can see. So go to your pair and backtest this. Again, remember to subscribe to this channel, and I'll also show you how to read other kind of news and how to approach it when they are raised. So subscribe, guys. Make sure you click down below in the video description. There are every link you may need, social media, Telegram channel, so that you can follow us. You can also message me if you have any question, and then we stay connected, guys. Until next time, guys, good luck and good trading.